Hey, what's up you guys, it's me, Afterlife666, back with another video. As you can see from the title, today's video we're going to be comparing different heroes from both Marvel and DC, according to their power levels, strength, weaknesses, and time, from the 60s all the way up into modern time. And I know they're two different universes, Marvel, DC, however, in the 80s, granted, it wasn't in a TV show or movie, it was in a comic book, but they've actually crossed over. Wonder Woman actually is from DC, as you know, and she was holding Thor's hammer in the comic book. So, if they did make a movie, I'm going to be telling you who would fight who and who would win. Alright? Before we start the video, remember to like and subscribe to my channel. I've reached 85 subscribers, and I know it's not much compared to other YouTubers, but I still love it. So, remember, like, subscribe, follow me, everything. Links in the description for my last video if you haven't seen it. So, let's just get in with the video. Okay, so, let's start with 1960 Spider-Man versus I think it's 2006, and Black Spider-Man, when Venom, the symbiote, attacked the Spider-Man then. But I think Venom Spider-Man versus 1960 Spider-Man. To be honest, I think the 2015 Spider-Man, or not the 2015, sorry, the 2006 Spider-Man, Venom Spider-Man would actually beat the 1960s Spider-Man, because Venom Spider-Man has more powers than you think. He has the webs, he has the super strength. However, his strength is actually increased in the 2006 Venom Spider-Man. So obviously his strength and his agility. Plus, the 1960 Spider-Man doesn't have enough anger, such as the 2006 Venom Spider-Man, and his webs are much stronger, according to the old comic books and the new ones and the series, where every time a Spider-Man from any of the multiverse gets hit by a Venom symbiote, whether it be Venom or Carnage, they would get stronger than without them. So I honestly think that if they fought, even though they're in the same universe, I think they would, Venom Spider-Man would win. But that's just a little warm-up to get y'all guys started. Now we're going to do from two different universes. Let's go with 2003 Hulk versus 2019 Superman. Yes, 2019 Superman versus the 2003 Hulk. Now, in the 2003 Hulk movie, I don't know if you guys know this, but he does get, okay, in the 2003 Hulk movie, which I've watched many times as a kid, he actually is in, this is the first movie where they demonstrate that the more angry he gets, the more powerful he gets, which is pretty interesting in my opinion. But on the anything before the 2003 Hulk doesn't really show how angry he gets. It does say that in the comic book, but not in the show, in the movies. So I think that is a good thing that they're going to make in 2003, which they did. But Superman has super strength as well, plus flight, invulnerability, heat vision, and Hulk doesn't really have a lot. All he has is super strength, and I think he has invulnerability, but they don't really say that. They don't really say that he has invulnerability, but many times in the old movies he's getting shot, he doesn't bleed, so I think he does have invulnerability. They just didn't say it back then. So I think Superman would win purely for the fact that in several series of the new Supergirl, and I'm mentioning Supergirl because they have the same powers. Whatever works for Superman works with Supergirl. So, like I said, Supergirl maxed out her abilities when she shot her heat vision to to Red Tornado, which originally was made by the U.S. military, and after that she blew up. Yes, she lost her powers temporarily, but it blew up. And this robot, Red Tornado, was originally made to kill Kryptonians. So if she can kill Red Tornado, obviously Superman has the same abilities, which means he can destroy the old Hulk. Now, let's go to another topic. How about 2009 Batman versus Quicksilver? Now, we all know this is an unfair advantage. Quicksilver's from Marvel, and he's basically the Marvel version of the Flash. Now, in the series, if Quicksilver versus Batman, Batman doesn't have any abilities except for in the Brave and the Bold series, where he went to another planet and met that planet's version of Batman, and when he went through the energy field, he gained abilities, but after that, he had to take it away because he realized he didn't need it. Now, Batman has been known to not have any abilities, only gadgets and his intelligence. After after he got that, because his parents were killed in cold blood in front of him, which gave him the motivation. So that and his fear of bats, which also at the same time, not only does it make him scared, it also motivates him to be this hero who we all know and love. But Quicksilver has super speed, and if Quicksilver is anything like the Flash, he can do much more than super speed. Now, the Flash can shoot lightning bolts after running in a circle. Quicksilver has known not to be able to do that. But he can run super fast, he can go through time and space because he's done it before, the Quicksilver. He also is not able to phase through stuff, which kind of sucks because I think that's a cool fucking power to have with super speed, but they never showed it. So, now, I want to analyze this very good, okay? Because I've had other people with powers fight Batman, and he's taken them down before. He's fought Superman many, many times, and most of the time, Batman won. Don't ask me how, but he did. Alright, so we gotta acknowledge that. We can't just say someone has superpowers, therefore that Batman would lose, because he's fought many villains and many heroes with powers and managed to take them down. So, let's think about this. If Quicksilver could take down Batman, I really think that all he would do was be able to like use his super speed. But Batman could have a flash grenade, which honestly could blind him, and then he would use his batarang or his bat gun or whatever the fuck you want to call it, and he would loop around his legs, and he would pull and plop to the ground, and then Batman would have his advantage, which is good. But even then, as soon as Quicksilver can create friction, which his super speed, which as you know heats up, and could snap the rope, and there you go. However, they would need a lot of friction because his rope is actually made out of metal, and as you know, metal doesn't melt easily. You have to have a lot of fucking heat to do that, depending on which metal you're talking about. I think this is a very strong metal, so I assume it's like titanium ropes, which would mean, yes, very hard metal, very lot of heat to create with friction to be able to melt it. So it would give Batman at least, let's see, 2-3 minutes, because this guy has super speed, so it's quicker for him to do it. And to do that, Batman would have to tranquilize him, and it wouldn't kill Quicksilver because his quick metabolism would instantly burn it up, just long enough for him to slap some cuffs on Quicksilver that would temporarily neutralize his powers, which makes him just like us. No more walking, no more running, and there's nothing really he can do, because Batman will either have the key. Now, that's pretty much what would happen. I think he would try to get the key, and then they would end up being friends because they realize they're both heroes. So I would say Batman in this instance. Like, I would think that would be Batman. It's just me. Like I said, if you have, I'm gonna say this once. If you have any different opinions, that's fine. You can leave them in the comments. These are my opinions because I've seen every fucking superhero thing from the 60s all the way up to modern because I'm a huge fucking superhero nerd. And like I said, these are all from different times, which different powers, etc., etc. You know what I'm trying to say? So it's not all the same timeline. You gotta count different things, you know. But let's get going. So how about Wonder Woman versus Iron Man. DC, Marvel. Now, so Iron Man is smart. He's not super smart because he's just a smart guy. And Wonder Woman is a fuck, what is it called? I forgot. I have going blank. Amazon. She's an Amazon woman. I don't know if you know what Amazon is, but an Amazonian or Amazon woman, Amazon women are fucking strong and fast, good at fighting, and they fucking ain't, man. But Iron Man has the only thing good about Iron Man is that he has a suit. If Wonder Woman could get him out of that suit, he's basically useless. So I'm gonna pick with Wonder Woman because yet again, his suit is his only weapon. He has no powers, And don't say he has the power of knowledge because that's fucking bullshit when it comes to a woman with super strength and just doesn't really give a shit. I mean, seriously, this is what we're talking about. But this would be like this wouldn't be any Wonder Woman or any Iron Man. No. This Wonder Woman would be from the era of the new Supergirl series, and this Iron Man would be from Avengers. What was it? Avengers Endgame? No. Yeah. That's not Endgame. Infinite War. Now, let me tell you the difference. See, and the older Wonder Woman, she actually has different, slightly different armor, which, if you've read the comics, you would know that that one's actually older and weaker than the newer ones that she has. And I think the 2014 Wonder Woman series they had a long time ago, she actually got new armor, and it was stronger than ever, which she does need. Okay, it's really hard to kill her, but she's not invulnerable. If you shoot her with a gun, she can die. She's not invulnerable. But she is smart, and she's super strong and super fast. And she's very motivated. But that doesn't mean she's invulnerable. It just means she's good at fighting and smart. So she has armor. She also has the enchanted lasso, which we all know about, and it's pretty much unbreakable at this point. And the Iron Man I'm talking about is from Infinite War. Now, if you've never seen Infinite War, he actually has a new suit that is nanotechnology that can heal itself. Imagine you take a knife and you cut yourself right here. Eventually, it'll heal, right? Well, his older suit never did that. He would have to fix it himself. This new suit, on the other hand, looks like a t-shirt, and he does something in it. New suit with all new features, including self-healing. So if you bust his suit, quickly it would heal, just like we heal, except his suit would heal a lot faster. If you chop a piece of his suit off, it grows back. So I think nanotechnology would beat her in her game. So I'm gonna go with Iron Man for this one, the Infinite Warfare Iron Man, because at some point Wonder Woman would try to beat him, which I'm pretty sure he could easily slip out of it, because at the same time, it's a lasso. So the lasso is made to catch, and you tighten, or you can pull and release it. Now, if you think about it, he can't really break it because this lasso is unbreakable. However, he could fly up in the air, dangling her down, and found a way to have his suit go like, and then she would fall. According to his nano, he's done this before. This new nano suit has arms and shit that pops out. So I think I'm going with Iron Man. Coming up next would have to be, let's see, we can have the Flash versus Thor. Now, the Flash versus Thor is an interesting combo, and I know you're gonna like this. We have the fastest man alive who can run through space, run through time. He can phase through stuff. He can throw lightning bolts. He could go to another universe. You name it. He can do a lot more than you think. And I'm not talking about the older Flash. I'm talking about the Flash from the series we have on Netflix right now, which I'm going to be watching later. Now, he can do amazing things. He can move so fast that everything around it is slow. Like it's staying still, called Flash time. And if you're not a speedster, you can only stay in Flash time for so long because your body isn't used to the Flash time, which kind of makes a lot of sense, you know. But that Flash versus Thor. Now, Thor is a North god who can summon lightning from the heavens. Now, this Thor is going to be the Thor from not Ragnarok, the older Thor with the first hammer, the original Thor, with the long blonde hair and everything. This Thor is weaker, because believe it or not, once he got his new hammer, he actually became stronger, and you can see that in the movies after Ragnarok. So, this is the older Thor equals older power, so this is an older hammer, which means it's weaker in this instance. So, sorry. So, let's say the Flash would run around and try to fight Thor. Thor would probably fly and summon lightning from the heavens, but also he Flash can throw lightning bolts back. But then again, Thor's hammer is pretty much indestructible, so he probably could use it to deflect Flash's lightning bolts. What would be interesting though is the newer Flash. He can temporarily neutralize someone's power by super speed towards them, phasing through, and then going through their body. So he could probably temporarily disable his powers, handcuff him, put him in a cell, and they have these cells that will temporarily neutralize your powers also until you step out of the cell, then you'll have your powers again. So I'm pretty sure if it works with metahumans, because metahumans on the series, they have different DNA, it's mutated, so they're technically, their DNA has been altered. So if they can save them, I'm pretty sure it could save Thor, and by save I mean capture. And it's really weird. Thor is born with these powers. I mean, it takes him a long time to figure out how to use them properly, but he's born with them, so it's written in his DNA too, just like metahumans are technically written in their DNA. So, this is a tricky one. But I have to say Flash, because even if Thor somehow tries to defeat him, and if Thor does something, the Flash can easily go back in time, help his past self, which would alter the timeline, but he could do that. And I'm pretty sure he might. But still, he could do that. So you've got to count that as well. I'm going with the Flash. And we'll do this one more time because I don't want this video to be too long. So let's say the Hulk versus, what's his name? The Hulk versus Batman. Hulk versus Batman. Not just any Hulk. Ragnarok Hulk. Versus, let's say, 2010 Batman from the Brave and the Bold series. This is another difficult one because the Hulk in Ragnarok is very not normal. You see, he is bigger, he's stronger, and if you look at the two, they are bigger. So I guess the new Hulk is stronger and more powerful. I would say I would pick the Hulk on this one. Now this Batman from the Brave and the Bold series, he has a lot more gadgets and a lot more skills, but ultimately I think the newer Hulk would beat him because he's stronger, bigger, and his skin is even more stronger. So it's pretty much invulnerable. I don't. That's just my opinion. I think I'm going with the Hulk on this one. But like I said, you have any opinions of your own that are not the same as mine, I respect them. You do you, I'll do me. But yeah, this is gonna be the end of the video. Remember to like and subscribe. I might do part 2 of this series, maybe even more. Who knows? So like, subscribe, follow me on everything, and yeah, that's it. Bye.